What's going on, Guardians? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Autrysnipe, and today we're going to be talking about the Sentinel Titan Void build, and up first is going to be the Super Warden of Dawn. You'll create an indestructible dome to protect you and allies. Passing through Warden of Dawn grants you and allies a temporary increase to weapon damage, and in the class abilities, up first is going to be Towering Barricade. Create a large barricade that can be used to reinforce a position with cover from your enemies. And for the jump, I like to use the Catapult Lift, but you can use whatever you like for the jumps. And what's going to be a powerhouse kick for this build is going to be the Shield Bash Void Melee. After sprinting for a short time, use this melee ability to unleash the Devastation Shield Bash that suppresses the targets, and final blows with Shield Bash grants an overshield. For your Void Grenade, I like to use the Vortex Grenade, a grenade that creates a vortex that pulls targets inwards and continuously damaging those trapped inside. Now let's get into the Void aspects. First is going to be the Offensive Bulwark. While you have an overshield or are inside a Warden of Dawn, your grenade recharges significantly faster. You also have increased melee range and damage, and melee final blows extend the duration of your overshield. And then the second aspect is going to be the Controlled Demolition. Hitting a target with a Void ability or Volatile explosion makes them volatile. Further damage to that volatile target causes them to explode. Grants you and nearby allies health when volatile targets explode near you. Up next, we're going to be having the Void Fragments. In your first slot is going to be Echo of Exchange. Your melee final blows grants grenade energy. That way you can spam grenades as you're doing melee damage. Your second fragment is going to be Echo of Persistence. Void buffs applied to you like Overshield and Devour have increased duration. In the next slot is going to be Echo of Starvation. Picking up an Orb of Power grants Devour. And your last fragment is going to be Echo of Leeching. Melee final blows starts health regeneration for you and nearby allies. If you guys have made it this far into the video and liked the content, make sure to like and sub to the channel. We're pushing to that 1,000 point, guys, of becoming a YouTube partner. I appreciate all the support, and I also do have medical problems, so I'm not going to be able to pump out videos quite often, but once those get settled, I will start making more YouTube videos for the future to come. Now let's get into the stats. As always, you're going to be wanting to put 100 resilience and about at least 50 plus into strength for this. For your first armor piece being the Titan helmet, you're going to be wanting that to be arc energy, so you can put on hands on mod, which gains bonus super energy on melee kills. And I also like to put on the harmonic siphon. Rapid weapon final blows with damage matching your subclass type creates an orb of power. And in the fourth slot, I like to put on melee Wellmaker. We will be having this mod on quite often in this build, which powered melee combatant final blows spawns elemental wells matching your subclass energy type. Now what's going to really make this build pop is going to be the exotic gauntlets, the Synthoceps, and you're going to want to turn those solar energy or impact induction. Causing damage with your melee attack reduces grenade cooldown. And in the fourth slot, you're going to want to put on another melee Wellmaker. And if you are going to go into an end game content such that has anti-barriers or overloads, put on as see fit. Up next is going to be the Titan chest armor. You're going to want that to turn to arc energy to put on radiant light. This is not only casting your super causes nearby allies to become charged with light, but also gives you a plus 20 in strength if you cannot get that extra 20. And for your damage resistance mods, like I said, whatever you see fit, concussive dampener or arc damage resistant mods. Up next is going to be the Titan leg armor, and you're going to want to turn that to void energy for insulation. This is going to reduce your class ability cooldown each time you pick up an orb of power. So I would suggest stacking that on twice, and then another melee Wellmaker. The final piece of armor is going to be your Titan mark, and you're going to want that solar energy. And in the fourth mod slot, I would suggest putting on Bountiful Wells. If you don't know what Bountiful Wells does, elemental well mods that cause you to spawn elemental wells can now stack, spawning an additional wells for each additional copy of that mod you have equipped. And then I also like to put on a bomber mod to reduce grenade cooldown when using your class abilities. And if I am going into something end in game, such as a Grandmaster or Master that has champions, I suggest putting on Lucid Finisher because you're going to be up close and personal to champions, and when you finish them, Lucid Finisher will create heavy ammo for you and your allies. If you want this build to succeed even more with your melee damage, I would suggest putting on the Tractor Cannon. This is an exotic shotgun and it does go into your heavy ammo, or a shotgun with 1-2 punch. These weapons are going to make your melee ability explode even more into damage. And since you're up close and personal, shotguns are not a bad weapon to use. Now I have to give an update, guys. Is this ready for Grandmasters? Is this not ready for Grandmasters? And I would say it's not necessarily a Grandmaster build, even though I possibly would run it with a certain type of group. I know who I'm running with and we have certain tasks that we're going to be doing. I have taken this in a Master and also a Legend Nightfall, and it worked perfectly with randoms, and it just all around great build. So that's the build. If you guys enjoy it, the dim link will be down in the description, and if you guys did like this fast and easy build guide, make sure to smash that sub button. It helps me out a lot, guys. I appreciate all the support that you guys have given me so far, and I'll catch you guys out there, Guardians. Peace.